So, my past few Skullcandy reviews have been quite negative. Now, can these be the ones to turn it around? Hi, I'm Weston and this is my review of the Skullcandy Fix in-ear headphones. So, kicking off with the design. The earphones are white, but you can get them in a lot of other colours, so I'll link them down in the description. But these are the white and chrome version. So, as you can see, the earphone itself is finished off in a really nice glossy white, and it features chrome accents. So you've got a chrome Skullcandy logo, which looks really cool, and then a chrome plate on the earphone housing. So this then tapers off into an angle, which is where your driver is located. Now this does help how they fit in your ears, which is really good, as most in-ears don't really fit very well for me. So this is a very good addition. So going down onto the cable, you've got your inline remote control, but this is only for iOS. Bit of a bugbear for me being an Android user, but you iOS users out there, it won't be a problem. So for us Android guys, you only get skip, track, play, pause and all that. You don't get any volume control, which is a little bit of a pain. On there though, you do get the Skullcandy logo and a microphone, which works perfectly fine for taking calls. You then go down a little bit again and you come to the cable split, finished off in the same white and chrome as the rest of the earphones, with again the chrome Skullcandy logo imprinted on it. So you then go down to the 3.5mm jack, which is a really nice one actually, to be honest. It features a nice chrome band with Skullcandy engraved into it and black bands surrounding that as well. It's a really nice looking 3.5mm jack and it feels pretty nice too. So how are these made? Well, they're mostly a plastic construction, which is pretty reasonable for earphones at this cost. They don't feel too cheap. They're a little bit on the light side, but they're not badly built in any way like other Skullcandy products are, which is really a big bugbear for me, Skullcandies, and how sort of poor they are made. These are an exception to that. So again, you go down onto your control. So this is where it starts to feel a little bit cheap. The plastic doesn't feel that good quality and the buttons aren't very tactile and they feel a little bit mushy when being pressed. It's not the worst controller I've ever seen, but in terms of build quality and durability, I'm reckoning this is probably going to be one of the first things to actually go on the earphones. Like I mentioned already, the 3.5mm jack feels perfectly fine and robust. So now we get onto comfort, and they're reasonably comfortable for earphones. I'm not the biggest in-ear fan anyway, but these are probably the most comfortable in-ears I've ever used. Now this is due to the sort of angled off design, and it just seems to fit in my ears much better than the straight shot ones that other manufacturers do. So in terms of comfort, they're really impressive. Noise and isolation, again, perform better than what I thought they were gonna do. They blocked out quite a lot of noise, especially on buses and stuff like that. So for commuting, they're not bad. Leak, again, they perform admirably. They do leak a little bit, but not as much as some of the rivals do. So pretty impressed there. So now we get on to the sound quality, and this is usually where it falls down massively for Skullcandy. So we've all heard the horror stories about Skullcandy and their sort of terrible muddy bass sounding headphones and earphones. Well, these are, I'm glad to say, not like that at all. They are more bass biased, which I'm not overly keen on, but it's not bad bass. It's not muddy like the Up Rock, which I reviewed not long ago, and other Skullcandy products I've reviewed in the past. They seem to have sort of reduced the amount of bass, cleaned it up a little bit, and it's much nicer now than it was on those what I mentioned already. So that is a good point. Now with Skullcandy you do get really deep bass drops, so if you love your drum and bass, your sort of EDM style music, these are really great for that. Now if you're sort of into your rock music and your classical music, then I would look elsewhere because these are more for like dance and electronic music. However, your mid-range and stuff is pretty impressive. You've got fairly clean mid-range, fairly detailed as well. I mean, they're not obviously the greatest earphones for pure sound quality, but I think they're really, really impressive for what they are. And I don't mean to sound harsh, but for Skullcandy as well, because obviously they're not known for the sound quality, but these are not too bad at all. The high frequencies are a little bit vague, can't really distinguish them much. I think that's more due to the mid-range and sort of bass taking control there. Your vocal production is pretty good. It's not going to blow your socks off. It's clear. It's not the most detailed or sort of emotive, but you're going to hear everything that's been said, but it's just not going to sound that great. So have these turned it around for Skullcandy? Well, in a way, yes. I mean, compared to the Uprock and the other ones that I've reviewed, they are leaps and bounds better than those. However, they're still not great compared to other earphones that I've tried. Take it, the Soundmagic ES18, what I've recently tried, they are so much better than these in terms of sound quality and not as expensive neither. Right guys, so that has been my review of the Skullcandy Fix earphones. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. If you enjoyed the video, any shares, comments will be greatly appreciated. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all on the next video.